So I am about to show you how to do a very indirect test of how much Freon you have. And understand this is not the best method. The best method is to be a technician like me. Speaking of which, here's me. Hi, Mom. This is me at the end of a very long day, at the middle of a very long week. So yeah, I have a face for radio, not television. The point is, I'm going to show you how to do an indirect test and understand it's not perfect. This is a probability. What I'm about to show you will probably reveal how much Freon you have, but it may not, because these readings can mislead you. Like I said, the best readings, the best way to check is to be a technician and to do what I do. But you can't do that. So I'm going to show you how to check, and it's probably 90%. 90% of the time this test is going to work. So here we go. Now for me, first you take the temperature of the air going in. So I happen to have in my house one intake. That's the intake vent. As you can see, it's nice and big. This is a 20 by 20. Some homes have two. Some homes have like one upstairs, one downstairs, or whatever. They might have two on either side of the house. If you have two, take the temperature of both and do an average of the two. If you have one, just stick your thermometer in there and let the system run for a good 15-20 minutes. You don't want to take the temperature immediately. Let the system run for 15-20 minutes. Put your thermometer in there. Let it stabilize. See what the temperature is going in. Then, after you got that, go to a supply vent. Now, you want to pick a supply vent near the furnace. So my furnace is actually in the attic, and it's probably sitting right about there. You know, and if I had a vent that was way far away, the hot attic air would affect the duct, would affect the temperature. So wherever your furnace is, my furnace is up there, your furnace might be in a garage, whatever. Pick a vent that is really close to the furnace. So my intake's there, and it goes into the furnace, goes into the cooling coil. I'm going to pick my bathroom vent because it's close to the furnace and it has good flow. You want to have decent flow. Whatever vent you're checking, make sure it has decent flow, because if it's kind of really weak, it's going to throw things off. So air goes in, take that temperature, air comes out. We're looking for a 20-degree difference. Now, I've got my thermometer up here, because you can see, here's my vent. Here's my little digital thermometer. And let's see. Now, you can't see it on the camera because it's too dark, but right now it's 52 degrees. So, can you see that? Yeah, 53 degrees. It's rising because I pulled it out. So, I'm keeping my home pretty cool right now. It is probably about 73, 74 going into the vent. It's coming out 52. And this is, like I said, this is just a digital thermometer. Actually, I don't know if I said, but it's a digital thermometer. You can buy this guy for 12 bucks at Home Depot. Any digital cooking thermometer will do the job. And I have a 22-degree difference between what's going in and what's coming out. That means my Freon's good. At least 90% chance it means it's good. If you're 20, 21, 22, 23, that's good. If you're 25, 26, 27, that actually means you probably have really low airflow. And if you're down in the teens, 17, 16, 15, that probably means you're low on Freon. It doesn't necessarily mean you're low on Freon, but it probably means that. So, as I say, take the temperature, and this is the best test. And in a moment, I'm going to show you, I have my air conditioner outside, I'm going to show you another way of checking that. Another way to check your Freon is to feel the suction line. And so the suction line is a copper line right there. You have a liquid line, suction line. I'm going to show you. Let me turn this guy off. And every air conditioner has two Freon lines. That's the liquid line, that's the suction line. And usually on the suction line, some part of it is bare. So right now this has insulation on it, so I can't feel it directly. But this part's bare, this certain valve right here. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's wet. And this is very cold. If I touch this, I would say it's about 40, 45 degrees. It's definitively cold. And every time I've had a homeowner come up and touch this, they usually are like, ooh, they're like cold. So an air conditioner that's properly charged usually has a cold suction. This is not as reliable as taking a temperature split or a temperature drop, but it's a fairly good indicator, because when you start to lose Freon, one of the very first things to warm up is this line. So if you want to actually measure a temperature, I would expect between 40 and 50 degrees. But like I say, if you just grab it with your hand and you're like, ooh, cold, then you probably have enough Freon.